bring up that I'm interested in love trains.
Yeah.
That is the most bullshit thing I've ever done.
I actively need to do something, or else I'm just going to be standing here doing a monologue, and I might as well have done that anyway. Hello, Kat. How's it going?
Need a music stand.
A music stand?
Like say, yeah, fuck, do you like my large cock? Is it big? Is it good? And I don't think comedian is not a profession that most people can get into. No. Even if you're very talented, you're very likely to be snuffed out.
Yes.
Something that is...
Oh my god. Welcome to the Out of It podcast. Me and Jasper Poole, we're locked in a cupboard.
Yeah, locked in a little cupboard.
It's so hot, and we're at Navara Lounge. We're in the sneaky little equipment cupboard.
Yeah.
And I really need to get a podcast going. So luckily I've got Jasper, one of the best comedians, out of Auckland, luckily visiting us in Hamilton today.
Yeah.
Jasper, how was your drive down today?
Oh, it was pretty good. Bobby Gee was able to remind me that I'm pretty Jaffa, which actually I do think is kind of true in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You notice that as you leave Auckland or like experience other towns, it's like, shit, Jaffa's a real.
Yeah, Jaffa's a real.
How do you think what makes you a Jaffa?
What makes me a Jaffa? Probably the fact that like I kind of don't leave my basement that much.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Have you lived in Auckland forever?
Yeah, I've lived in Auckland forever. Yeah.
That is funny to figure out that Jaffa's a real. Because the more I go to Auckland, the more Aucklanders I hang out with, I also have realised, Jaffa's a real.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking real. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but
That's funny. Because both you and Bobby definitely got some autism going on between the both of you.
With Bobby, I think it's more ADHD, but
really?
he has very good social understandings, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because I sometimes think with Bobby, it's like, I love how, especially, I asked Bobby to do a podcast and he's like, no, I simply can't because of work, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And like, sure, fine, good excuse. But we talk about him so much, he might as well come on.
Yeah, I think he might at some point, but he's the kind of guy who I think understands that he feels he needs to pace himself in a way.
And also there's consequences to things. Like, here's a real life job.
Yeah, he works as does some pretty impressive stuff, and like you can't really just like throw your face around everywhere at once all the time.
He can't be associated with all these slurs.
Pretty much, yeah. That's a lot of it, to be honest.
And he brings up most of them.
Yeah.
Bobby, that is.
Yeah, he's pretty cool though, and I'm thankful that he drove me down.
Because have you been getting many spots in Auckland?
I've been getting some spots in Auckland, Cardboard Comedy, The Classic, Ding Dong Lounge, Cafe 39, a bit less, but that's okay.
Because I haven't seen you do a set in ages. Like, I haven't seen you do a set since you were doing the Macomb flea sucking off autistics.
Yeah. That was pretty fucking wild. Yeah,
that was good stuff.
I've got the flea in my bag if you want to see.
So you had that up your sleeve? Yeah, busted.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's a cute little parasite. It's right in here. Yeah. This is it's a real flea. Yeah. Well, no, it's not a real flea, but it's the cuddliest flea you'll ever see. Yeah.
And is it the Macomb flea or is it the Macomb
It changes
leech?
its identity a lot of the time, but yeah.
Oh no, so does Macomb.
Yeah. Not really. He's kind of more consistent than a lot of other comedians, to be honest. Yeah.
Because that new set you were working on, obviously all your sets are so just like real life shit that it seems like you're ranting about.
Yeah.
And how much of it is you writing it out and how much of it is you just ranting about your real life?
A lot of it is writing it out.
Yeah.
A lot of it is not just like off the script rants. Off the script rants kind of happen when I feel like I'm doing decently well enough that I can rant about something and the audience will be okay with it.
Yeah.
That's when I sometimes do rants and when I sometimes will bring up weird shit about the Argentine peso and whatnot. But this time I had more structured material, and I think that's kind of necessary a lot of the time to build up that kind of goodwill between you and the audience.
Because you clearly, that's what makes you good, is that you make it seem so casual and that it is all just a unscripted rant.
Yes, a lot of the time, although there are sort of layers to it. I'm noticing more and more that I'm not the only autistic comedian out there.
Yeah.
And there's material that I bring up, like I'll bring up that I'm interested in love trains.
Yeah.
That is the most bullshit thing I've ever done. It's the most hacky
I
thing.
almost thought that I could almost feel that you knew that was hack when you said it.
Yeah, I did know it was
especially because you
hack.
just brought up Thomas the Tank Engine and not a specific model.
Yeah. It's like I brought it up because that is the kind of material that seems kind of like cutesy almost.
It's the stereotypical shit.
Yeah, but I should bring up other material, but like...
Because it doesn't seem as cute when you're like, Argentinian government.
Argentinian peso, or like ranting...
The Brazilian thing.
Yeah, or like ranting about, you know, Brazilian politics, or like some historical facts that nobody really gives a shit about. But yeah, I mean like...
So you're fighting, I mean, you just... Everyone's accepted that autistic people love trains. Nobody's accepted that autistic people love the Argentinian pesos.
Yeah, which not a lot of autistic people do necessarily.
No, exactly. But they're not all the same.
They're not all the same.
Like me and other people with blonde hair, we don't all like boys, just me. No.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. But yes, there's some other things I've noticed. There's a lot more autistic people who are doing stand-up comedy. There's not just me, there's Sophie Stone. There is other people who I suspect are autistic,
Your suspicions.
even if I don't automatically say it.
Yeah.
But it's
Jasper
okay.
Poole, private detective.
Yeah, it's something that I do gradually notice. And I would say that as a result of that, there's a need to sometimes transition out of autistic material. And also, just because I am talking about my experience with autism does not somehow mean I'm writing necessarily disability-friendly comedy.
Yeah.
Or comedy that really promotes disability-related issues. No.
It's like if you write self-deprecating jokes.
No.
They will be anti-yourself.
Yeah.
And whatever yourself is,
Yes.
it's automatically getting taken to. Like,
Yeah.
a lady writes self-deprecating jokes, they're going to be woman-hating jokes.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh no, you're as bad as the rest of the white guys, but no, I'm
Yeah.
a lady.
All that you'd know about autistic people from my material is that they like trains, and they also don't know how to fuck pussy, and what else?
You're kind of playing to everyone's expectation.
Yeah, and they like the Family Guy stuff was real though.
That's good.
Yeah,
I really hope it was.
I do find Family Guy characters funny, but yeah, the train material, no, it wasn't. But I feel like such a dirty little boy, the fact that I've used those jokes.
Yeah, what, you feel like negative upon yourself? Like if you saw someone else doing that, you'd be like, oh, what are you doing, you dickhead? Kind of like, I don't know,
Yeah, a little
judging
bit.
yourself.
Yeah.
Expecting more from yourself.
In fact, the people that laugh the most at the train jokes are neurotypicals, and the people that laugh the least are autistic people.
Yeah.
I've had at least one autistic person who's like, I like trains for real, and I could tell that what you were doing was a fucking hack bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good that you're getting called out by your own.
Yeah.
buddy. Sort your shit out. It's like
Sort your shit out, yeah.
It's like a corrupt police officer getting accused by a regular one.
Yeah. It's it makes it more real, so you know.
It's all real life shit. Like there's real life people in the audience, and if you
Yes.
say something they don't like, you could real life slightly annoy them.
Yes, and what I've also wrote down as well is kind of like an intentionally hack bit, well, sort of.
Oh yeah.
Is kind of like pointing out there's a format which people can just very easily use when it comes to stand-up
Well, that's
comedy.
almost like meta writing kind of thing. Because
Well,
I thought it was I kind of liked how you did it.
Yeah,
But if you think it's hacked, then whatever.
it's not hack necessarily, but it shows you kind of how like a lot of my own material can sometimes be that.
Yeah.
But yeah, how's your comedy coming along? I like the thing that you did where you introduce yourself to everyone.
Well, I only did that because it was rough out there. I just thought, I don't know, it was just like kind of like a emceeing strategy. Not that I've actually
It's
ever
a good
done that
strategy.
before. But sometimes I've seen, like I went and saw Guy Williams in Hamilton once, and it was just like a grim room and a kind of a weird situation where there was room to walk around. And so I was like, oh, I saw him do that, and so I was like, oh fuck it, we need to. It's kind of like pointing out the obvious without pointing out the obvious, but then also I felt like I could have pointed out the obvious more.
Yeah, that kind of bit does actually work quite a bit. It works when I think the rooms are small and kind of like friendly enough.
Yeah.
In a lot of other gigs where the crowd is not friendly, they'll just kind of like, they'll weirdly want to be left alone even if they're listening to you.
Because like being first on, I was like, oh fuck, I actively need to do something, or else I'm just going to be standing here doing a monologue, and I might as well have done that anyway, but at least I introduced myself to every single person.
Yeah, build up that kind of like goodwill, which
Kind
is
of thing.
kind of good, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first time I've ever done it before, so I was quite I don't know. I'll watch it back and be like, wow, what a weirdo up there, and not even standing on the stage, but in a big empty space in front of it,
Yeah.
and saying terrible jokes that definitely need to be redone. But yeah,
No,
because
that's fair.
how long you been doing that material that you just did? Because this is like,
About a month.
oh, you have? Oh, nice. And are you writing like everyday shit like that, or is it?
Yeah, I'm writing a lot. There's other templates that I'm using when it comes to stand-up comedy. Another template that I sort of wrote down is there's a Tinder template, which I noticed that a lot of comedians do.
Yeah.
Which is,
How does the Tinder template? Because I've noticed the Tinder subject,
Mhm.
but I have never noticed the template.
Okay, so I went on Tinder and this girl writes something wrong about the girl, and she was like something weird, and I was like, but what about? And she was like this, and I was like that. There's a number of examples that I tried to write down, and this there's some jokes. I decided to write down a man doing it on Tinder, a woman doing it on Tinder, and a horse doing it on Tinder. Yeah.
So they're just taking like how would a horse flirt with somebody compared to the first two.
Yeah.
Because it is always like the guy's like, oh, she's asking how tall I am, but it's a short guy, or oh, how much money I have, and I'm poverty spec.
Yeah.
Or if they're like, oh, send us your tits, oh, bloody this, bloody that.
Yeah.
Hello, Kat, how's it going?
I need a music stand.
A music
Sorry.
stand? No, bro, there's tons in here. There's so much equipment in here.
Yeah.
I
there's
know.
a lot.
What am I grabbing?
Oh.
What's a music stand look like?
Does this one work?
Yes, that is. Surely.
No, that's a mic stand.
Ah, fuck. What's music? Oh, the music stand. It looks like to be.
Huh.
I can move.
Is there
though.
not
I
some there?
can't see one, obviously.
Oh, I'll ask Tim.
Okay.
That's weird.
Oh no, they're all down here.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. There we go. That's where they all are.
They're all packed away very densely. It's a very small room.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Thank
Nice,
you.
sweet ass.
But yeah. Yeah. When it came to the other format that I wrote down, it was kind of like just describe an antisocial behavior. Say for instance, what's an example? Say that say that you scratch your balls in public.
Yeah.
But not for the reason you're thinking. You got stung by a bee, and the bee happened to be in your crotch. So you had no choice but to get down and dirty,
Yeah.
and start scratching it to relieve yourself from that horrendous bee sting. And you're not a freak. You're just kind of doing something pretty normal.
Yeah, because the specific antisocial behavior, that's the template.
Yeah, yeah.
And I like how you do the antisocial behavior, because even then you're just assuming, anything you think if you think someone's weird for doing something, that you'd call that an antisocial behavior.
Yeah.
So it's like just an excuse to be like, I saw this weird cunt on the bus today. Oh my god.
Yeah.
This. And then obviously, well, the way you did it with the crowd work, and so people could be like, oh,
Yeah,
I saw some.
and I think that if anyone was to use that template, well, actually, I don't want to pump my own horn. No, I don't mean that. I'm saying that
I won the Raw 2024 and I fucking earned it.
I think that this is a template that anyone can use to write something that's funny relatively quickly.
Yeah.
And part of it is just the simple fact that I'm just noticing, I guess, that there's a structure to which people use.
Because have you read much about, like, many books about stand-up, or just watched other people to break it down?
I've watched other people, yeah.
Yeah,
And
break it down.
I feel I've broken it down a little bit.
Yeah, yourself.
Yeah, and a lot of the time I notice that people tend to bring up, like, how what they do out of context looks kind of strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because even then, the more you break down, it's like, oh shit, okay, how did that person do it? How do I do it? Like, because like you have definitely like all the perspective of like yourself. Everything you write about is like what you're going through, and it's kind of like right. Everyone says write what you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so, if you were to do an hour, what do you think you'd write? That like, do you think you'd know what you'd write a whole hour about?
I think I could do it.
Yeah.
And I think that it would actually have to be more rehearsed than usual.
Yeah.
Because it would have to be very, very on point for it not to be trash.
Yeah.
But I could do it. And I think that honestly a lot of people could do it.
Mm.
I actually think that maybe it would be a good idea for people to write down a structured set of jokes that they think are going to land. And in that case, they can make themselves prepared for it, and they can rehearse it, and they can make it as funny as possible. And that is generally, I would say, quite a helpful thing, and you've got to listen to input from other people. Other people, even if you think they're not funny, will always have a lot of input sometimes in which stuff that you say can be made funnier, and you have to kind of like not be egotistical and always be prepared to take something on board.
Like, do you have a friend or something or a family member that you run jokes by and that aren't particularly they're not a comedian, they're not in comedy themselves, but like they know, like they've got a good sense of humor, like you can trust them to say, yes, that was funny, no, that wasn't.
Yeah, my brother and my mum as well. Yeah. It depends also the reasons in which people may not like your joke. If somebody says, for instance, oh, I didn't like that was too crass, there might be something to it.
Yeah.
But also you have to be prepared sometimes to ignore that advice because it may be funny in a different room, for instance, where people are okay with like more crass humor. That's just kind of how things go. But if somebody says that it's not funny because you structured it wrong, or like the subject matter is confusing, then you just straight up have to listen to it. It doesn't matter. You just have to acknowledge that, yeah, someone found it confusing. You need to either reorder it or change the joke entirely or remove it.
Yeah, if it's a taste thing, it's like, oh, very subjective. If it's like, I simply don't understand what you're talking about, it's like, oh, okay, I better tidy up my act.
Definitely.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because,
So, and I was given some good advice on how to do a better set when it came to my autism and losing virginity bit.
Yeah.
So, for instance, I made like some neurotypical sex noises that were going like, oh fuck yeah, and I was told, hey, actually, you can make that you can spice things up a little bit. Rather than just making all these fuckboy noises, how about you make fuckboy noises where you also talk about your dick size and show that you're a little insecure about it, like say, yeah, fuck, do you like my large cock? Is it big? Is it good? And if you did that, you can extend that scene a little bit and make it like more immersive as well.
Yeah, because you went back to it at one stage and you were just repeating the same script again, whereas you go back, you add the hits, and then you get in more.
Yeah. Or like I can add the bit where I say, damn, this feels good. Is your pussy wet? And then I'm like, oh, is your pussy wet? I'm kind of worried. Shit. Okay, am I doing this right? Yeah.
Well, even then, like, you just clearly went between, because the whole time you've been talking with a lot of confidence, like you being yourself, and just then you've quickly gone, now I'm in character, oh yeah, get fucked, and then back to, I'm a little child and I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, it's kind of it, yeah.
And when you do that on stage, it's not as noticeable, but right here, it's like, oh, that was, every time you're like, oh, little me, blah, 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 that's just a character. You know exactly what you're doing, you sneaky little dog.
Yeah, that's kind of it sometimes. And I think that there's a truth to it, which is sex is kind of like a performative thing a lot of the time, where people feel that they kind of have to like put on a persona. Yes. Somewhat. Yeah. Like, I don't know how confident people really are when they fuck, but
not
people
a lot.
Can pretend to be, yeah.
I'm so glad I got to talk to you about this.
Yeah, it's true, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, no, it definitely is true. Yeah, shit, it's not like I'm ever confident. Like, people start talking about, oh, like, the first time I had a root, blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, that's just, like, rough memories. I don't want to think about it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, gee, that's too embarrassing. I can't believe I did that. Even though there's more embarrassing things that I've done.
Yeah.
By a country mile, but that's obviously just a highlight.
Yeah.
In the Rolodex of, can't believe this cunt did that.
Yeah.
If you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah, it's funny because it goes between like hot and embarrassing, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting pretty rolled up there while you're talking about it. Like, shit, this guy, and then he reminded.
Yeah.
How's just life going anyway then?
It's going okay.
Yeah, what do you do for a job?
At the moment, I do a couple of things. Well, sort of. I do ushering and bartending.
Oh, cool. Where do you do that?
At the Civic. Well, just as an event services attendant, which is okay.
Yeah. And so do you see a lot of shows doing that? Or
yeah,
no?
I do. I see a few shows.
Sick.
And then I also do technically work for the Disabled Students Association. I do get paid for that.
At the University of Auckland?
No, it's the national one.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, it technically counts as a job. I get paid fortnightly, so yeah. And it's a big responsibility. And then beyond that, just kind of like completing my masters and whatnot.
Masters?
Yeah,
Masters in what?
public policy.
Oh, are you going to reckon politician man or
No.
council
No,
member when
probably
you?
not. Probably not.
What you thinking? Comedian.
No, probably not a comedian. Like, I don't think comedian is not a profession that most people can get into. No. Even if you're very talented, you're very likely to be snuffed out.
Yes.
Something that is also true is you can be the most talented person in the world, but if a room is full, a room is full. If a show is full, a show is full. 7 days, people wonder themselves, damn, I want to work on 7 days. I want to become a comedian that's there. You could be an amazing comedian. You could be better than the people that are currently there, although that may be doubtful. But you're not gonna work for 7 days because 7 days has its people.
Yeah.
And
it's kind of like the luck of the draw. It's like, are they hiring? Not right now.
Yeah.
And you can kind of see like the overseas things, then you see the people on TikTok getting their own audiences and shit.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because have you seen that Wesley guy on TikTok? He's like that mad guy. He quit his job as a farmer to go be a professional comedian. He was selling out rooms, had to hire bigger venues because he would sell out the small ones to buy too much. And he's done that for like 4 months, and now he's like, I didn't really like the admin of it all. I've got myself a job as a conservationist now. I'll still do shows, but I like having a job as well.
And that's good because you know when to step back at the right time. And you don't burn yourself out because you don't want to necessarily explode so much where you think you can touch the sun and then you just get burnt.
Yeah, I guess that's exactly what he did. And everyone else has been, well, not everyone else. I say everyone else. I mean me. I'm seeing it going, wow, why would you stop going full tip, blah, 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 blah. But you're right. Burn himself out. Maybe too soon sort of thing. Maybe like he was actually just over the admin.
Yes.
Maybe he's like, cool, it's a fun hobby. I'll just keep doing it as a hobby.
Yes.
That's also pretty good. Because, I mean, he did it for 4 months professionally.
Yeah.
That's more than anybody else.
Definitely. And there's always going to be an equilibrium around it. There's going to be hack comedians that will be successful because they have money, resources, and power behind them. There'll be good comedians that are really successful, and then there'll be good comedians which are not successful, bad comedians which are not successful.
There is so much politics within the comedy situation. Do you think you're going to be better? Like, do you think you'll be able to maneuver your way through those politics simply because like your fancy little degree you got going on?
No. I think that what's basically likely to happen is I'm going to develop some level of social skills and understandings of how things work.
Yeah.
Basically, there are some people who do stand-up comedy that are less likely to have me on their gigs because I did not give a good impression when we communicated with each other. But basically what you have to do is essentially you have to wait for other opportunities to come up in some cases. You can sometimes rebuild trust, but sometimes people have a fairly ironclad impression of you, or in some cases just wait for new opportunities to pop up from different people because they aren't just going to be the same people forever. Some people are going to step down and then,
Shit, well that's all very deep and complicated. I'm glad you gave me such a thorough answer. Cheers for doing this to me. We can get the fuck out of this cupboard because they're about to start making a lot more sound.
That's fair, that's fair.
If you like the podcast, comment a place where I should film it next instead of in a busy cupboard.
Thanks for hosting.
Bloody oath. Man, the myth, the legend. Cheers. Comment some critiques because I know I'm not good at this, mate.